Hedera Hashgraph is a third-generation public ledger created by Lehman Baird in early 2016. With its remarkable Hashgraph consensus, Hedera is turning a lot of heads. Let's dive in to see what this innovative blockchain killer is all about. Hedera Hashgraph is an open review consensus algorithm governed by councils all over the world. These councils include Swirls, which is Braid's own company, and corporations like Google, Boeing, and IBM. There is a global council of 39 term-limited organizations representing 18 industries, including the United States, Australia, Japan, Europe, South America, India, and Singapore. Hedera Hashgraph provides a secure and fast infrastructure to run decentralized applications and other transactions. The coin of Hedera was initially launched in 2018 through ICO, or Initial Coin Offering. Then, the protocol was officially launched in 2019, and that's when the mainnet was available to access everyone. The initial price of Hbar token was around 4 cents, and it went even lower for a year. But in 2020, the worth of this protocol started increasing rapidly. What makes this Hedera Hashgraph unique is its innovative Hashgraph algorithm, a powerful alternative to blockchain technology. The Hashgraph algorithm can handle 10,000 transactions each second, which makes it better than other blockchain-based protocols. The main aim behind the protocol creation was to achieve fast transaction rates and low transaction costs with no compromise on decentralization. Let's talk about the Hashgraph consensus model first, as this is what makes the protocol stand out. The Hashgraph consensus model works on the DAG protocol. We already know blocks are added one by one in the chain after the transactions are validated in a blockchain, but in Hash's algorithm, the transactional information is spread through the protocol by a gossip mechanism. Similar to how gossip spreads in the world, the same process is used in this protocol to send and receive information without exhausting the bandwidth. Imagine there are 5 nodes of the protocol, and the node 1 sends out the information of a transaction to another node, picked randomly. This second node will then send information to another node, which will pass it on to another. These nodes pass on these pieces of information until each node receives the same set of information. This process is very fast, and similar to how worldly gossip spreads. It takes only 4 to 5 seconds for the protocol to send complete information to each node. If node 2 or 3 wants to send transaction information, the same process will follow, and the gossip of second and third transactions will reach each and every node. Now that all the nodes have sent their transaction data, how do we know which transaction came first and which will be added prior to the others? For this, we keep track of the time when each node receives the data. To calculate the timestamp of the transaction, we take the median of the received time recorded by each node for each transaction. For instance, the first transaction was received by the first node at 0.1 second, the second node received it at 0.3 seconds, the third at 0.4 second, the fourth at 0.5 second, and the fifth at 0.7 seconds. We take the median of these 5 timings, which is the timestamp of node 3, at 0.04 seconds. After we get the median, we can arrange all of them in ascending order, making them ready to be validated. Now, where does the Hashgraph come in? The Hashgraph is basically the diagram that demonstrates each transaction's path as it spreads. The graph progresses as each transaction information reaches any node. Whenever a transaction reaches a node, a cryptographic circle is created. This circle contains transaction details, a timestamp, a digital signature, and 2 hash codes. The 2 cryptographic codes contain data of the last message the node sent and the last the node received. This graph with circles of information is then sent to all the nodes to spread the entire history of transactions. To simplify, in a conventional consensus, a leader is elected who adds the transactions in a block and asks the nodes to validate or invalidate the block. But in this case, the nodes themselves, through gossip sessions or peer-to-peer communication, transfer transaction information without any leader. With this, all the nodes get the information that other nodes have. To save energy, the transactions are only directed towards nodes that are active anywhere in the world at the time of consensus, which makes the network even faster. Virtual voting mechanism. Now that we know how information spreads in the hash protocol, let's see how transactions here are validated. In a virtual voting mechanism, Since each node has a circle of information and a hash graph available, it's easier for nodes to decide whether the action is to be validated or not with all that information. To reach a consensus, the entire hash graph is divided into smaller rounds first. In each round, nodes vote for the witness that they testify that they have seen. Transactions that are popular or credible are easily selected in a round, as most nodes vote yes for them. In a few rounds, we can determine which witnesses are famous and which are not. If 2 out of 3 sessions of nodes agree to validate the transaction, then the transaction proceeds. This is indeed a very simple, easy, and quick way to reach consensus, as every node has information, and based on that, they can easily make the decision without any hassle. Before we go on to the programming language of Hedera, please subscribe to our channel if you find value in this video. This encourages us to create more beneficial content for you. A programming language has the power to make any crypto protocol easier to use, which makes more programmers want to build on it. The Hedera platform uses Java and Lisp, which are considered one of the easiest and most used programming languages. Java comes under the top 10 widely used programming languages in the world. And that's not all. To build smart contracts on the platform, Solidity can be used as well, which is the core programming language of the Ethereum blockchain. Hederas Architecture. What makes Hedera even more scalable and fast is its 3-layered architecture. The first layer of the platform is called the Internet layer, which is responsible for the high throughput of the protocol. It deploys the TCP/IP system, and it's the layer that takes care of all the communications that happen in the Hedera network computers. The second layer is the consensus layer, in which nodes are taken care of, and in this layer, the entire gossip about gossip, or hashgraph consensus mechanism, takes place along with the virtual voting mechanism. The third is the services layer, in which small groups are available. One of these groups is responsible for storage, and the other handles Hbar currency and smart contracts. These layers help in the decongestion of the platform, which increases the speed. Hedera's Collaborations. Hedera is also one of the most sustainable and eco-friendly crypto projects. Avery Dennison, the popular science material firm, has collaborated with Hedera to make a product cloud that minimizes carbon emissions. Dennison has implemented Hedera's DLT, or Distributed Ledger Innovation, into its Atma.io cloud. They have applied digital identifiers to their retail products and other physical items to help identify the products in the supply chain. Hedera also collaborated with the Aria platform, which is known for its carbon-negative structure. Hedera allows Aria to create its NFTs on the platform and minimize the use of carbon in creation. The platform is also used by many other companies for various purposes. Safe Health Incorporation uses the platform to store its patients' data safely, whereas ServiceNow uses the platform to maintain and preserve their records. Hedera's tokenomics and token uses. Hedera native token, Hbar, is used for multiple purposes. This token can be used to pay transaction fees, which on this platform are pretty low. It can also be used for staking and creating a decentralized application, or for the network's own protection. Hedera is currently the top 33rd token according to the market capitalization of $1.6 billion. In the past few weeks, Hedera's coin has increased by 7%, and crypto enthusiasts are expecting more growth in the near future, as they believe the project has potential. Do you think Hedera can throw blockchain protocols from their thrones? Let us know what you think of this blockchain killer. If you find this video useful, smash the like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, check out our video on Algorand, a 3rd generation blockchain protocol also touted as an Ethereum killer. See you there!